Welcome back, gamers. So we've got a Ban and Errata update for November 5th here in 2024. These effects will go into effect on November 11th, which will be next Monday. So let's start with the erratas first. First up, we have the Dragon Hero, Ryukyu. And they changed her response, where it said, after you play a card, if it has no abilities, draw one card, and you can add a card from your hand to your momentum. Now it is after you play an attack card, if it has no abilities, draw one card and add a card to your momentum. So they liked that you could use this to basically give blank attacks an ability, but gaining so much momentum, especially like on your first turn going second by playing blank foundations, kind of just puts you way over the top, especially if you can get a vertical maneuvering equipment on your first turn. So you play vertical maneuvering equipment, and then you play like 3 or 4 blank foundations. You start the turn with 3 or 4 momentum. Your rival's not touching you. And then when you block a card with a blank card, you get another momentum. So it just made the character really unfair if they could get rolling. And yeah, it kind of pushes the boundary of being fair a little bit. I'll be honest, I think that's more an issue with the way they're designing cards, because they do want to design a lot of blank cards for draft and sealed, and they didn't take characters like Ryukyu into account. Just kind of what happens sometimes. So a cool character. She's still pretty cool, it's just she gets scaled back a bit because she focuses on blank attacks as opposed to blank cards. Next we have the errata to the Meta Menace Smiling Titan. Only her smile and Kenny's smile I don't care for. So whereas once her enhance was Tenacious, your attack gets plus X speed and plus X damage. X equals the attack's printed difficulty minus 4. Now it is your attack gets plus X speed or plus X damage. So you have to choose between plus 5 or 6 damage or plus 5 or 6 speed. And yeah, you're only probably playing 1 to 2 attacks a turn, but you honestly don't want to play a 7-hander if you know Smiling Titan's going to show up. Because them throwing a 12 high 12 on turn 2 that says, oh, you're going to sacrifice a foundation and discard a card, that's gross. And now we have the 9 difficulty 4 mid 13 or 5 mid 13 from Origins of Power that says sacrifice a foundation, commit a foundation, and flip a ready foundation. I don't want to catch a 9 mid 18 on turn 2. That's gross. Pick one. It's a 9 mid 13 or it's a 4 mid 18. Pick one. So it can still do really good, but now she kind of got Ojiro-2'd. But I think since she can put a lot more stats on a card than Ojiro-2, instead of just up to +3/+3, it's, oh, I'm going to start at +4/+4 or +5/+5. I still think Smiling could be decent. I just know she's going to get, she got kneecapped. And that's kind of okay, because no one liked Smiling Titan. Even people who played Smiling Titan didn't like playing Smiling Titan. But now we get bans. First ban was Risky Encounter. So sorry to all those people who paid $25 for this rare. Kind of glad I got rid of the one that I pulled, because it didn't make sense playing it at a 1-of. So, yeah, it's been proven to be incredibly devastating. Both too fast and too consistent according to them. So they want to reduce the number of games ending on turn 2, and this was obviously something that had to end games. Yeah, could end games on turn 2, especially if you're doing this casino deck, the death style, where you're just combine firepower, looping a whole bunch of things, get a bunch of riskies in the discard pile, and just play them on 3s. Yeah, it was a really freaking good card. So they nuked it for now. And sorry, UK versus Twisting as Your Inferno has finally bit the dust. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. So this means I'm no longer playing Hans. Because I'll admit, The only reason I wanted to play Hans was Twisting Azure Inferno. Because being able to play this, I've got 6 wall counters on my character that starts at a 4 mid 7, so I get access to my enhance before you can try to reduce my damage. That was the only reason I wanted to play Hans. So that was really powerful. So this, even though it only has like 4 more months, 5 more months, we get Critical Role in March. So March, February, January, December, November. Yeah, so 4 months. Twisting Azure, especially because of cards like, I just said it, Combined Firepower. Really making this card go above and beyond. The card's been sort of an outlier issue where people have always kind of complained about it. And then it kind of made way for bigger, new, shiny things, but it's always found a way to kind of make its presence known and piss people off. So as much as Brett is going to be very sad, and I'm kind of sad to see it go, too. I had fun with Twisting Azure on several occasions, but yeah, it's gone. These are still available to play in their specific Spotlight formats, Risky being in Attack on Titan, Twisting Azure Inferno being in My Hero Academia Spotlight, and they are, Risky is still legal in Retro. They banned Twisting Azure in Retro because Punch and Judy are dumb. So, yeah, those are all the changes so far. And like I said, these changes to the erratas and the bans will be effective November 11th, which is Monday as of time of recording. What do you guys think? Is there something that they maybe missed that they probably should keep looking at that was not hit for a ban and errata? Do you agree with the erratas, the changes to Ryukyu and Smiling Titan? Do you agree with the bans on Risky and Twisting? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.